Hello guys, good morning. This is Bhagiraj here, and now I am going to discuss about the gravitational. Okay, gravitation topic discuss करने जा रहे हैं for class 9. So let me discuss here. First of all, we will discuss about the planetary motion, the Kepler's law related to the planetary motion of planet. Okay, so Kepler's law. So first law is known as orbital law. So what is orbital law or first law? So every planet revolves around the sun. Every planet revolves around the sun in the elliptical path. ये जो प्लैनेट है इस सन के आसपास कैसे पथ में रिवॉल्व करेगा? एलिप्टिकल शेप में। एलिप्टिकल, ध्यान रखिएगा, ये सर्कुलर नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है, एलिप्स की तरह है, ऐसे। ओके, सो फर्स्ट लॉ और ऑर्बिटल लॉ स्टेट दैट एवरी प्लैनेट रिवॉल्व्स अराउंड द सन इन अ एलिप्टिकल पाथ। ओके, कैसे पाथ में रिवॉल्व करता है? एलिप्टिकल पाथ में, whose center is sun. So write down, every planet revolves around the sun in the elliptical path whose center is sun. Okay, this is first law or orbital law. Okay, and second law is second law, and it is known as area law. इससे एरिया लॉ से जाना जाता है। तो एरिया लॉ क्या है? मीन्स एवरी प्लैनेट सबटेंडेड इक्वल एरिया इन इक्वल इंटरवल ऑफ टाइम। यहाँ से ये कोई प्लैनेट था, ऐसे ट्रैवल कर रहा था, so we can say that if TAB equals to TCD, यानी यहाँ से यहाँ तक जाने में जो टाइम लगा और यहाँ से यहाँ तक जो टाइम लगा वो इक्वल हो, देन एरिया ऑफ SAB is equals to the area of SCD, means equal area subtended by the planet in equal interval of time is called एरिया लॉ और सेकेंड लॉ ऑफ केपलर। सो कोई भी प्लैनेट है, अगर टाइम इंटरवल सेम लगा दो पॉइंट के बीच में, जैसे ए बी तक जो टाइम लगा और सी से डी तक जाने में जो टाइम लगा वो इक्वल है, तो इनके थ्रू जो एरिया कवर होगा, ये दिख रहा है, देखने में अलग अलग लग रहा है, बट ये इक्वल होगा बिकॉज टाइम इज सेम इन बोथ केसेस। सो वी कैन से दैट so every planet subtended equal area in equal interval of time, equal interval of time में equal area subtend करता है। okay, and third law is known as time period law. Third law, this is known as time period law. So what is time period law? So this stands for, this is a planetary motion whose center is sun. This is planet, it revolves. So in the one complete round, okay, one complete round. So time taken by the planet in one complete round is capital T, and its mean length between sun to planet is R. R is mean length between S and P, sun and planet, उनके बीच की मेन लेंथ है। इसको हम रेडियस नहीं कहेंगे, क्योंकि देखिएगा इस शेप में से अगर ये आर है तो ये आर के इक्वल नहीं होगी, चेंज होंगी सब। ओके, So this will be mean length, okay, between sun and planets. So square of the time taken, in one complete round by the planet is directly proportional to the cube of mean length between sun and planet. Okay, just to remember this, square of the time taken by this planet in one complete round, t square, directly proportional to the cube of mean length between sun and planet. So t square proportional r cube, or we can say that t square equals to k r cube, or t square by r cube equals to k. This is third law of planetary motion, or we can say that this is a time period law. Okay, and now we will discuss about the gravitational law. So what is gravitational law of Newton? So Newton's gravitational law. Okay, so let two blocks or two bodies which are placed at a distance small r with each other show attractive force or gravitational force. ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स इज ओनली इन अट्रैक्टिव नेचर. कैसा होता है? केवल अट्रैक्टिव नेचर का होता है. सो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ मासेस and inversely proportional to the square of distance between both masses. This is gravitational law. Okay, what is gravitational law? Find two masses placed at some distance in air medium, then attractive force or gravitational force is directly proportional to the product of masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between both masses. So by equation first and second, F proportional m1 m2 upon r square. So F equals to g m1 m2 upon r square. Find this proportional sign, remove, then new constant will come, that is g, and it is also known as universal gravitational constant. Universal gravitational constant, and its value is 6.67 10 power minus 11. Okay, Newton meter square per kg square. It's a unit. So this is the gravitational law of Newton. According to this, let me consider an example. Two masses two masses 80 kg and 10 kg placed at 4 meter apart in air, then what will be gravitational force? So using this formula, two masses m1 equals to 80 kg and m2 equals to 10 kg placed at 4 meter apart. So F equals to g m1 m2 upon r square. So g 6.67 10 power minus 11, m1 80, m2 10 upon r square 4 square. Okay, so F is equals to 6.67 10 power minus 11 into 800 upon 16, and it divided by this. So 6.67 into 50 और पावर अलग रखिएगा माइनस 11, इतना न्यूटन. ये सॉल्व करके आ जाएगा. क्लियर? So in this way we will calculate the gravitational force between two bodies. Okay. Now let me discuss about the relation between capital G and small g. The relation between capital G and small g. So let me consider this is for Earth, mass of Earth me, and this radius of Earth, so re. A small body of mass m is revolving around this. So between then gravitational force was F gravitational equals to G m1 m2 upon r square. Okay, but according to Newton, third law of motion, okay, its weight works vertically downward. So F, this is also equals to force is equals to mg, and that balanced by that gravitational force. So by equation first and second, G me m upon re square equals to mg, so it will be equals to G me equals to G re square, and we can write this me equals to G re square upon capital G. So by the help of this we can also solve the density of Earth. So in this way, now what will be the density? So density B equals to mass upon volume, you know that. So D equals to mass me upon volume of this sphere, spherical Earth, 4 by 3 pi r cube, and value of me is G re square upon capital G over 4 pi r cube upon 3. So after solving this, G re square upon capital G into 3 upon 4 pi re cube. So square is cancelled out by this. So D equals to 3 G upon 4 pi capital G into re. So in this way we will calculate the density of the Earth, and finally we can say that that was the first relation between capital G and small g, and this is the density of the Earth. Okay.